सा ग्राउंड वे ढोल ढोल बजा दे असी लाने राउंड वे चंडीगढ़ तो आई नहीं चंडीगढ़ तो आई तेनू देख के होके भरदे ने खड़े चुंगा विच सफाही नी गोडी ते काला दिल कुड़ी गोडी ते काला दिल कुड़ी जो दागे तेरे दे टुकड़े तेनू काला चश्मा तेनू काला चश्मा तेनू काला चश्मा जगदा
Welcome, dear friends, once again to one of our meet and greets on SciArtsRUs and Artablities for all. Today, we are very excited to have my very dear friend and entrepreneur and dancer, Zini Joshi from DanZiFit join us. A little introduction to Zini. Hi, Zini.
Hi.
So Zini, besides the fact that she's my very good friend, actually moved to the US, about 20 plus years ago, I think back in 2000. And she is actually, an MBA in human resources. She's done a course also at UCLA. She went to UCLA to study more about human resource management. However, Zini is also a very good dancer. She's extremely passionate about dance. And, one of the reasons we're having today Zini on our platform is to talk to her about how she's converted her passion into a profession. And on top of that, she's using that to help many different nonprofits and several wonderful causes. And we are so happy, Zini, to have you. So like I was mentioning, currently Zini is a certified PolyX and licensed Zumba instructor. She is the founder and CEO of DanZiFit LLC. And through DanZiFit, she helps children, women, and men of all ages reach their desired fitness levels through an intense Zumba Latin dance fitness program and a fun PolyX program, which is also known as the Bollywood Workout Program. So essentially, Zini has done a lot of different initiatives and supported many causes. For example, she's done the Bollywood workout online on Zoom. She does the Dancing with Our Future Stars. She's worked with this nonprofit organization to teach kids and dance fitness in low-income area school districts. She has taught kids dance fitness classes at our local school here in Thousand Oaks. And like I said, she is a certified PolyX low impact, licensed Zumba, Zumba Gold, Zumba Kids Plus, Zumba Kids Junior instructor as well. And she is a ZIN, which is basically a Zumba Instructor Network member since January 2016. Wow, it's been 5 years or more than 5 years, Zini. And on top of this, she is a PolyX choreographer and ambassador. And she's done a lot of different events within our local city and even the extended area. She's even been to the Bay Area and San Diego recently. We want to talk about all that with you, Zini, today. And finally, like I was mentioning, Zini has spent a lot of her time and energy supporting wonderful causes. And we are so fortunate to have Zini support SciArtsRUs and Artablities for all. But before we get into all that, I want to welcome Zini. Very warm welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Ranjini. And like Ranjini just mentioned, she's one of my very good friends. So to have this opportunity to do this with her is just a dream come true for me. So excited to be here. Thank you for having me, Ranjini. And
Our pleasure.
Just a little bit about me. She already told you all so much, but yes, I started this my dance journey in September of 2016. I did get certified in January of 2016, and I actually never thought that I will teach Zumba or PolyX classes, and And my friends right here in our neighborhood, including Ranjini, encouraged me to start teaching. So I just started teaching classes in a local community center. I didn't expect a lot of students to join because I was brand new and with no experience. But surprisingly, my classes, eh, of course, I started with just 2, 3 students, and it gradually grew to 35 students.
Amazing.
And it was, of course, it was really fun to be on the teaching side rather than the learning side.
Right.
Always used to be. And it was always exciting and fun to go to class and teach. And it didn't last too long. It was only 4 or 5 months, and I sustained a foot injury. I fractured my foot, and after that, I couldn't teach for like 7 months. I lost all my students, lost all my clientele, lost my following, except 2 students who hung on to me, and they were like, "No, Zini, we'll wait for you when you come." And finally, when I started teaching back in September 2018, I'm sorry, September 2017, that's when these 2 students came back to me. And from there, it started growing again to 35, 40 students. And I started renting a place at a friend's batting cage, which is
Wow. Amazing.
not really a place where you do Zumba or Bollywood dance fitness. So people were skeptical. They were like, "Zini, why do you want to do that?" And I said, "I just want to try something new." And there was no air conditioning there,
Really? Okay.
no wood floors. So it wasn't the most appropriate place to dance. And I did that for maybe 3 or 4 months. And then the space started running out. Actually, the space was too small because as the class started growing, and there were actually, you'd see people dancing outside of the
Batting
reception.
cage. Really? Wow.
I thought, oh my God, they have to dance outside the building. So I,
Such an amazing story.
and funny too. So
Yeah.
finally, I approached Anytime Fitness Gym, and I told them I can bring my students to them. And they were like, sure. And they were very welcoming. And I just moved my entire class to Anytime Fitness Gym in Newbury Park. Still very close to my house, just a 5-minute drive, extremely convenient. And from there, I grew my clientele even more until March 2020, when the pandemic hit us.
Great.
That was like, I thought, oh, okay, now what do I do?
Yeah, so how did you manage that, Zinni? I mean, I know that when the pandemic hit, I think artists, teachers, especially teachers in the arts, right? I mean, be it like fitness, dance, music, we all got affected. And I'm very curious. I mean, I've been seeing, a lot of your videos. How did you manage it during the pandemic?
Oh, that's a great question. So for someone like me in my kind of profession, a teaching, dancing profession, I never thought this could be done online. But there wasn't a single day we stopped our class, didn't stop dancing, because I quickly switched over to Zoom. Thank God for Zoom, because if it wasn't there, I wouldn't still be teaching these classes. And I kept the same schedule: Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. I just opened it up to a wider audience. I just opened it up to everyone, pretty much. So I would advertise the class on Facebook, Instagram, and of course WhatsApp, and let people know this is the Zoom link. Join in. It's. I started off it as a free class.
Yeah.
It's still pretty much free. It's donation based. After a year of teaching free classes, my students themselves wanted to donate towards the classes to help me keep running them. And so that's where I am now. I'm 19 months into teaching these Zoom classes that are donation based.
Zumba classes, the Zumba classes. That's that's amazing. That's amazing, Zinni. I think, one of the things I wanted to share with our audience is, and given that I've known you for like a little over 7 years now, I still remember when we used to meet for gatherings, and your passion for dance would just come through. We would all join you, and I've always told you I have two left feet, right? So it's like dance is not my thing, but seeing your energy and the way you dance and you kind of get everyone to embrace it, even made me, give up my sort of shyness, if you will, and join at least, in parties. But one of the things I've seen that you've done, which is, I think, incredible, is you've used your lessons and your dance and your teaching to support so many good causes. I was wondering if you could speak to us a little bit about that.
Oh, sure. And first of all, I do want to mention the thing about two left feet. There,
There's no such thing.
two left feet in Zumba or Bolly X because a lot of my students are first-time dancers. They're like, no, Zini, we cannot do what you're doing. But when they joined, it's really about moving and keeping yourself active, keeping yourself healthy. It's really not about being a dancer or being a good dancer or anything of that sort. So that's what I wanted to emphasize on, that whether you have two left feet or two right feet doesn't.
It doesn't matter. Mhm.
It's a dance class for fun. It's well, and it's open and welcoming to everyone. And going back to your question about how I like to support different causes, good causes, of course. So basically, when I was teaching in gyms, I would get approached by different nonprofit organizations to see if I would do fundraisers for them. And of course, I started with IFA, which is India Friends Association, which is a local nonprofit based out of Camarillo, California. And I first started doing. I would join their choreographer, and we did a big fundraiser every year, which is called the Archana Festival. And I would always dance with them and help fundraise for them. And every Archana Festival raised about $200,000 a year, which would go into supporting grassroots development for different parts of India where basically for the underprivileged societies of India. I myself am very greatly involved in in supporting this cause. I work with one of our fellows who helps waste pickers in the New Delhi area. So I am directly connected with IFA's cause, and which is why I always volunteer my time and my dance shows and for fundraising for IFA.
And I know you've also fundraised for other organizations as well, like I know Ekal Vidyalaya and others, right?
Yes, I've done multiple fundraisers for Ekal Vidyalaya, for Shankara Eye Foundation, which helps do free cataract eye surgeries for the underprivileged in India. And also for GoPio, which is the global organization of people of Indian origin, which is based out of Ventura County. And One Track International and One Earth.
Amazing.
Quite a few organizations I have supported for fundraising.
I think, what you're doing, Zinni, is inspirational on so many levels. I just want to tell our audience that's joined that, you look at Zinni's journey and, both as a friend and sort of also as a professional. When I see Zinni's journey, she's converted her passion into a profession. And not only that, you're using that to help others, which is, something that's totally noteworthy. Everyone needs to realize it's not, something easy to do. It's like dance. It's a lot of energy that's spent on this, and Zini leverages her lessons to help out organizations. And we at SciArtsRUs and Artablities are so lucky that Zini has volunteered to help fundraise for Artablities for All. And thank you so much for Zini for offering to do that. I know for many of our followers at SciArtsRUs, you've been supporting Artablities for All, where we've created a exclusive platform for visual and performing arts globally to feature artists with disabilities or differently abled artists. And we've featured, as you know, Zini, many from India, Africa, Europe, United States, and so on, and it's expanding. And a lot of the artists, we need to encourage them. We need to provide more a platform for them, both live and online. And we're continuing to do that. We're going to be doing a festival, Wings Unlimited, our second edition in December, as part of the World Disability Day, to again feature these wonderful artists. And when the pandemic hit, artists got affected the most, and especially artists with disabilities even more so. And so we at SciArtsRUs and Artablities are trying our best to do what we can to support the artists financially, with the help of many of our donors. And what you have offered to do for us is just incredible. We couldn't be more thankful for that. And I was wondering, Zini, if you could talk to our audience a little bit about your lesson, your class, and how they can join, and both to learn and to be part of your fitness program, and also to be part of this fundraiser.
Sure. So I do teach every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The link is always the same. I can, of course, definitely share the registration link. And I'm actually extremely excited about this opportunity to fundraise for SciArtsRUs and Artablities for All, because I really believe in the cause that you're working towards, Ranjini. It's really close to my heart, and ever since you started this endeavor, I've been wanting to collaborate with you on this and help you fundraise. So I'm super excited about this. So thank you so much again for having me.
Thank you. No, thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'm excited about this because although I know dance and disabilities, it's always like people may wonder, oh, how can dance and disability be brought together? But I think it's a great way to introduce dance to disabled people, as of course, and I mean, this is a fundraiser, but I do have a friend who does arm Zumba and arm volley X. So basically sitting in the chair and doing it. And it would, I think, be a great way to collaborate with her as well, to bring this to the disabled, to the differently abled people, to introduce them to something new and to involve them and with this fundraiser, and to basically bring cross-cultural, and it's a cross-cultural activity to bring Latin music and Bollywood music together.
Right. And actually, thanks for mentioning that, Zini. There's so much synergy between what you're doing and what we're doing as far as Artablities goes and the cross-culture. And thank you for reminding me, what Zini is doing couldn't be more cross-cultural. She's merging Latin with Bollyx. I mean, it's such a beautiful collaboration, I feel. And so thankful to be able to work with a friend on this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the your class information on SciArtsRUs with all of our followers. And like Zini was saying, she's doing it on Zoom as well. So you can join there, and we'll share details of the fundraiser class with you all as well. And, a lot of our artists, differently able artists, we've reached out to them. They're very excited, actually, Zini, about this particular lesson and the fundraiser. And they said exactly this to me when I was talking to them a few days ago. They were like, oh, but, I don't know how to dance. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel really weird. And I was like, Zini, comfortable, including me. I've been hesitating to dance. And I think this lesson would probably be the first one that I'm going to try to dance. I know you've been telling me this for years.
Have you dance first?
So yeah, and I think that's what I've seen. The way you've transformed this from a passion to a business, and then leveraging it to support so many great causes. So I encourage everyone to please, join Zini's class, and especially our fundraiser class is on schedule for September 24th. Am I right, Zini?
Yeah, September 24th, I believe.
Yeah, it's a Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time and 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. But we'll give more information about the fundraiser shortly. But, thank you so much, Zini, for doing this. Is there something more you would like to share with our audience about DanZiFit, the events that are coming up, initiatives within DanZiFit that are coming up that you think that everyone can benefit from?
I think I would just say that I'm blessed to be able to share my passion for dance and use it to help fundraise for different causes, to help different nonprofit organizations. So if you have a passion, if any of you have a passion that you really love to share with others, I would highly encourage you to share that as well with and use it to help fundraise for organizations that need the support and are working towards betterment of society and upliftment of the society.
Absolutely. Thank you so much again, Zini, for joining us today. Before we sign off, I'm going to share a few of your videos, very inspiring ones, with our audience. And, let us know, guys, if you would like to join Zini's lessons. You can direct message us on SciArtsRUs, all our SciArtsRUs followers and Artablities followers. Please message us or, email us. And, I'm happy to share the contact of Zini with you, and we'll share more information about the fundraiser as well. Thanks once again, Zini, for joining us. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you outside of Zoom, somewhere outside, like, face to face.
We need to get together really soon.
I know, it's been too long. But yeah, thank you again. Have a lovely day. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Si tú me invitas a una aventura voy, pa' ver qué tal se siente. Si tú me pides que te siga, te sigo. Si tú no tienes cama yo te la consigo. Será mejor que tú me escribas en privado, pero hoy te quedas a mi lado. Y rompemos la ventana, tumbamos la pared. Me gusta esto, ay, 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 me voy. Rompemos la ventana, tumbamos la pared. Me gusta esto, ay, 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 me voy. Me voy pa' tu casa mañana, te caigo todo el fin de semana. Me voy pa' donde sea contigo, me voy pa' donde diga el destino. Me voy pa' tu casa mañana, te caigo todo el fin de semana. Me voy pa' donde sea contigo, me voy pa' donde diga el destino.